The following game contains depictions of life in a war zone. It does not glamorise the situation, nor does it shy away from the bleak truth of civilians trapped in a war they cannot hope to influence. Thanks to the learn by playing design of the rulebook, this video is us playing through the first round of the game more or less in real time, learning as we go. As a result, we do make some strategic mistakes due to not always knowing the effects of our actions before having to choose them. But we also make some rules mistakes, possibly because of this design or just because of our own foolishness. I've done my best to highlight them, so I hope this video will still prove informative to anyone curious about how to play the game. This video is not the whole game, it's just the first round, and as you can see from the length, it was quite a long round. The game is designed to be played over several sessions and has the ability to be saved, put back in the game box in a way that means the next time you set it up, you can start from where you finished the last time you played. We did continue recording us playing the game, but that would have to wait for a future episode. For now, I hope this will prove a useful insight into what I think is a very intriguing and brilliantly written survival game. Hello and welcome to a very atmospheric game this time. We're playing another board game here on my channel. I'm being joined by some people to play This War of Mine. It's quite a heavy, I probably put a content warning before this started, but it's quite a heavy thematic game about trying to survive in a war zone. War is hell. We are not the heroes of this war. We're not even soldiers in this war. We are simply the people trying to survive. So there are some heavier themes going on here. But it is based on the video game that you may be familiar with, also called This War of Mine, and that was kind of exploded onto the scene, a little front-facing where you're just controlling the civilians. It will look, if you can see from this big camera here, the video game a lot of it looks just like this. So it's the house set up with everything here. I'm going to introduce our players. Let's start with Alex. How are you?
Sure. Yes. Hello. My name is Alex Maud. He, him. I'm an actor by trade and a professional dungeon master as well. Yes, particularly with Dark, people you might have seen on that stream before.
You'd have seen face plugging that in a previous video.
Yes, indeed. So, freeze frame plug.
Yes, we seem to have absorbed quite a lot of the Dark cast somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. But yeah, they'll see them cropping up in most of the videos.
Are we good? Are we good? Great. Yeah. And yeah, proud loquacious nerd, which is why they've given me the job of reading.
Yes, I'll get around to everyone's jobs in a minute. But yeah, I did pick that one for you. Jacinta, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacinta, pronouns she, her. Actually, currently a mature student studying classics, which is very exciting, at Reading. Plug the classics department of Reading. Thank you. And I also co-host and produce a podcast called An A to Z of Sex with Men, which is about sex and relationships. It's very candid, it's very funny. So everyone go listen to that on your favourite podcast app.
Right. And Alan from Nice Marines, you've seen before.
Yeah, hi, I'm Alan, pronouns he, him. I have nothing to plug. I don't.
He's the one person I've seen regularly on this channel who doesn't work in media. So.
Luddite.
He's got a beautiful face.
He's just a friend of mine who loves the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just here for the board games.
He's just here, yeah. He was like, board games? Yes, I'm in. Then we told him he was going to be on YouTube. He's like, oh shit. So we are here to play a board game. We are playing, as I've mentioned before, This War of Mine. We have the house map here. As I said, you might recognize from the video game. We are collective though, so we don't have characters. We are simply, essentially, as one kind of hive mind, playing the video game in a weird kind of way. It's very thematically similar. If you like the video game, I think you will find this quite interesting because it really takes a lot. And you've played the video game.
I've played the video game.
So you'll be interested to see, what you make of this. So we have 3 survivors who are going to be building their shelter in the familiar crafting mechanics out of all of the supplies we managed to gather, exploring other locations to try and find more supplies and meet other people, and then basically we're trying to get through this chapter deck. Now the rulebook, we'll go through the first round fairly slowly, but because the rulebook is designed to be learned as you play. So the way it's written is you hand it between the players, and every time it says next player in the rulebook, you hand it across and you do the next action. Which is a really interesting design, which we will explore. We'll have a look at that for the first round at least. So
So we'll learn the game as we go, as you will. But I have, because I've played this game a few times, assigned people roles, kind of divided the board up so that we can better manage it, rather than us all trying to figure out who's doing what. So as Alex mentioned, he has the epic voice. So I have given him the task of reading the Book of Scripts, which is a tome of the things that will happen throughout the game. So the various card prompts and things will tell us to go to a certain chapter in the book, and we will read from there.
Acting.
He's also going to be monitoring our locations for us, because that's mostly where the Book of Scripts comes into play, is whilst exploring. We don't get out another book with another building on it and move the figures through there. That would be a lot for one board game.
That's an expansion.
Yeah.
Well, you say that. There are a few extra boards in some of the expansions I've got.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what board game expansions are like.
I've given Jacinta the task of looking after our people.
Yes, these lovely people.
Yes. So who do we have? Who are our 3 survivors?
Okay, so our 3 survivors are, I'm delighted that this one was randomly picked from the pile of survivors. This is Zlata, the music student, who has a guitar. She has 0 prowess, but she has 8 empathy. She's very empathetic. So her special abilities are A, if there is a guitar in the storage, lower 2 chosen characters' misery by 1. So I guess she just sings to people and makes them happy, right? If any character in the group is miserable, level 2 or 3, raise Zlata's misery by 1.
Oh, she's also not happy if other people are
Exactly,
unhappy.
exactly.
She's basically a happiness machine.
Yeah, basically. And she's also a comforting presence, so you can lower 2 chosen characters' misery by 1.
That's quite good.
Those are really good, right? Yeah. Then we've got Marin, the garage owner, in blue. So his prowess is 1. His empathy is 5. It's not too bad. He's a handyman. During the day actions phase, when using the poke about action, Marin adds 3 to his black die roll.
Okay.
Okay, I don't really know what that means yet.
That's this action here.
Okay. So it's under spirit, right? So AB, habit, discard 1 coffee from the storage, or raise Marin's misery by 1. So he's addicted to coffee.
He wants coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Marin is miserable, level 2 or 3, raise his illness by 1. So
Okay.
If Marin is what? Sorry?
Is miserable.
If he's miserable, he becomes
he
ill.
gets ill. And then finally we have Bruno, who is a TV host and chef. So that's good. 1 prowess, 2 empathy. So that's not right. So, voila! You may sacrifice one of Bruno's actions during the day actions phase to roll the black die. Result equals 6 to 10.
A result of 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Because it's a D10, the black die.
Right, thank you. 6 to 10. Add 1 vegetable to the storage.
Okay.
Because he's a chef, so he's good with vegetables. Okay. So then
He's good at creating vegetables.
he's good at vegetables. Yeah, exactly.
I glued this rubble together and made a cauliflower.
Bruno, I'm not sure it's a cauliflower.
Okay, I know. Voila! Okay, so habit. Discard 1 cigarette from the storage or raise Bruno's misery by 1. So
He's a
prolific
smoker.
smoker.
Oh, I've got a coffee addict and a smoker.
Yeah, I know. If Bruno is hungry, level 2 or 3, raise his misery by 1. And if Bruno is wounded, raise his misery by 1.
I mean, I feel like being wounded will make you miserable.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Why does
Yeah.
everyone not have that?
I mean, all I'm saying is that Marin and Bruno have those traits, but Zlata doesn't. I think
She's our red character, so she's generally so you start the game with 1 red bordered character and 2 black bordered characters, and the black bordered characters have the special abilities, but the red bordered characters are generally the leaders.
Right.
So they're the slightly more useful, not useful, but slightly less temperamental.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And I also get to be in charge of all these pretty
Yes,
tokens.
you're also looking at the
Yes.
tokens. And Alan, I've assigned you a very important and very complicated, much more complicated task than it first appears. So you will be looking after our 2 decks, our building deck, inventory deck, and our ideas deck. You might want to familiarise yourselves with those once we start.
Yes.
That's things that we can theoretically build once we've cleared some space on the board that will give us more actions in our home. And the red deck is things that we can't build yet, but they're ideas that we could have and build later. By taking this action, you choose 2 cards from the ideas deck and put them into the fittings deck. So basically, you have to be very familiar with both decks and then keep track of what we've built. I knew that when I was planning this, I had to assign somebody to just do that because it's very fiddly.
I'm glad I'm not doing that.
I will do my best.
Basically we will be crafting stuff to put in our home, but we do have to clear some of the space here. You can see there's various problems with this house that we've essentially just broken into, I assume, and been like, oh, we'll have to live here now. We have a few supplies to start, so we have some mechanical parts, some wood, some water, and some raw food, which will last us at least one day. So that's enough for 1 piece of food each. We also have a shovel and a lockpick, conveniently, so that we can flesh out our home. We're playing with a few Kickstarter expansions, because this is the Kickstarter version here. And I come with a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to play with the cat, who is very useful. I don't have the cat mini. I'm sorry, I didn't go that far on the Kickstarter. I've only got the little token. But yeah, the cat mini, who may bring us some dead animals that we can technically count as food. Or he might just make us happier because he's a cat. Or sometimes he just wanders off and just comes back the next day.
Okay.
Because he's a cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he doesn't owe us anything.
No, that's true.
Oh, there's a war going on. You want food, humans? Beg.
We're also going to play with the rubble die, mostly because it looks cool. It's the rubble die, which we get to roll on the rubble chart if you want to. Every time you come back from your people come back from a scavenging, they can poke through the rubble as well, and maybe find a nice thing, or potentially get shot in the head. It's a thin chance. We're also playing with Heart of the City, also because it's a cool-looking mini. Look at it, little angel mini. Which means that, again, when we're returning from scavenging, we can go to the heart of the city, which is basically the town square of the city, where there's a big congregation of people, and interact with the people, the other survivors who are there, which is what this deck is for. And we have a separate book as well for those interactions. But yeah, those are the 3 expansions that we are playing with. Everything else is just from the base game. We will now begin, if we're not all too terrified of the ravages of war.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
he said it now. He said it now. We're all doomed.
Everything.
Right. So the first page. The new day begins. Morning event. Draw and resolve the top card of the events deck.
Where is the events?
That's a good
Question.
Good start.
Oh, it's the chapter. Sorry, it's the chapter 1 card.
Oh, check.
Well, that's confusing.
That's the events
okay,
deck, because all the other cards say event.
Okay.
Right. Perfectly seamless edit. A new day begins. Morning event. Draw and resolve the top card of the event. Oh, that's this deck.
Oh,
We all-
okay.
Obviously, that's the events
clearly.
deck, Christian,
look,
because
quite
you can
clearly.
see, other than the top card, it says events on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the deck that we need to get through to the bottom to survive the war. Basically the ending of this deck is ceasefire, and we have survived. Right, chapter 1. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought that it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been a year since the military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilians still trapped in the city suffer from hunger, disease, and the constant threat of shelling. It's another day of desperately waiting for the end of this terrible war. Right, determine the objectives for the next 3 chapters of the campaign. Ooh. Find a final objective card in the objectives deck. And place it on the objective space of the board. Oh, that's interesting. Here we go. Final objective. Then draw 2 more objective cards and place them on the final objective. These cards should be placed face up, and you may look at them at any time.
Okay.
Remove the remaining objective cards from the game. Somebody please
Thank you.
remove those. Thank you.
Removed.
Right. At the end of each chapter, resolve any reward/penalty from the corresponding objective cards. Okay. Right, so our 2 objectives are taking care of ourselves. At the end of the chapter, each character's misery must be lower than 2. Lower than... Oh, sorry, lower, yeah, because low is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We don't want to be-
Low
If
feels
you're-
bad, doesn't it?
If you're miserable, you're unhappy, Christian, which is
It's like,
bad.
it was lower, like low things are bad in my head. I don't know. Reward, unity. For each character, choose any 1 state and lower it by 1. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Penalty, raise one chosen character's illness by 2. That's not bad. Help the sick and wounded in our area. At any moment you may discard any number of meds or bandages without resolving their effect. For each discarded meds and bandages, advance the objective token by 1. So once we get to 3, once we've done that 3 times, we have completed this. The reward is help, lower all characters' misery by 2, because we're such good people. If we fail, it's epidemic, raise all characters' illness by 1.
Right,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so we've got to get medicine to help the other people in this town.
Yeah.
Yes. But on the plus side, if we do fail that by not giving away all our meds and our illness goes up, hey, at least we'll have meds
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, no.
to treat our illness.
Yeah.
This is going to happen every chapter. Effectively, these are active
And how long is a chapter?
until the events becomes another chapter. There are 3 chapters,
Mm-hmm.
so we're going to draw.
I see, okay.
There's 3 more event cards, then another
Mhm.
chapter, then 4 event cards, then the final chapter.
Right. And we have to complete these before the next chapter.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for not being miserable.
Not being
and
miserable and giving meds to.
Giving away meds to
giving away
people.
meds. Okay.
Okay. After you resolve this card, remove it from the game.
Done.
Thank you. You've become our.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was thinking when he handed you the first one, I was just waiting for you just to go,
Yeah, I'm just chucking them in a bin behind me.
I'm going to follow the instructions and go to the next player.
oh.
Okay.
What is our next instruction?
Continue to day actions phase. A new day begins. Outside is an ongoing conflict and sniper bullets for us. We cannot leave the safety of our shelter, but there are improvements to be made. We should make this place feel more like home. We can use beds, a stove, or even a radio, but first we'll need to clear some space. Hopefully we might find something useful in this rubble. Each character may perform up to 3 actions. The number of actions may be less if a character possesses states tokens with black markers on them.
Yes.
As shown on the states tokens, the black markers indicates which of the 3 actions are unavailable. Only 1 character can be placed on each fitting/shelter card and on each shelter action space. Rubble cards and pokebat action are the only exceptions to this rule. At the beginning of each action stage, first, second, and third actions, assign all the available characters to chosen actions and then resolve their effects simultaneously.
Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up. So our
Yeah.
people started hungry.
Exactly. So yes, they all started with 2 hunger. Does that mean
means-
so they're
That
one?
means they've only got 2 actions each.
Yeah.
So
Right,
normally,
yeah.
out of the 3.
So there's
Okay.
no, yeah, so because the first 2 are white and the third one is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you do it, they each have action
Yeah.
1 and
And
action
it's-
2, but do not have action
And of
3.
all of the
Right, yeah.
statuses, you have the minimum number of. So if you had another status that had
Yeah.
2 black dots in it, you'd only have 1 action.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
can never have more. Okay. So we've got something. So didn't we have someone who was really good at poking about? So basically, this is what we're going to do on our board. So
Yeah.
These are our board
I'm
actions.
going to start learning these.
So yeah, start
Yeah,
learning
look at
those.
this, yeah.
'cause
I
they
was,
wouldn't be-
I was going to say, well, it says available actions here, but it also says after each action stage, next player. So,
That's just sort of bouncing around.
Right.
But yeah.
but available actions include the following: actions on shelter spaces/fitting cards. Place a character on a chosen space. Discard the required resources from the storage, if any needed. If, as a result of an action, tokens are created, add them to the storage. And then actions on shelter cards. Place a character on a chosen shelter card. The result of an action on a shelter card is resolving its back. Some shelter cards, rubble, bars, closed door, require placing a certain token on that card in addition to the character, such as a shovel, saw blade, or lockpick. Return that token to the storage after resolving the action. In a case of a rubble/rubble remnants card, instead of a shovel, you may place an additional character. Closed doors require the lockpick and require rolling. And then the third action is potentially placing a new fitting card.
Yeah, that's what Alan's looking at now.
Oh yeah.
You may choose any fitting, but only from the deck on the fittings space. Place a fitting card on an empty space in the shelter, meaning any space without a card or action, and without the guard or sleep on the floor options.
I'm going to separate our parts. That's mostly what Alan's going to need to build. So just so it's
Oh,
more
yeah.
clear what he can. That's what we have to build for 4 wood and 4 mechanical parts at the moment.
Then place any character on it and discard the required resources from the storage. After that, flip the fitting card face up. The exact description and requirements can be found on the back of each fitting
That
card.
gives extra actions. Yeah, so basically this is the bulk of our action spaces. So currently we only have the new idea action. So if somebody takes that, they can add 2 of these red cards to the ideas deck, or to the stuff deck. We can poke about, which someone was really good at poking about, wasn't they?
I think it was Marin.
Which basically,
Is Marin good at poking about?
yeah,
Oh,
someone
yeah,
added
he is,
3
yeah.
to the roll or something.
Yeah, during the day actions phase, when using the poke about action, Marin adds 3 to his black die roll. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the poke about, just kind of
Mhm.
loot basically, roll the dice, you get some random stuff.
Cool.
We can go outside, which is to roll the black die. But if you roll a 1, you get hit by a sniper bullet.
Oh, God.
Then you can draw and resolve a visitor's card, which are generally people like who you might be able to trade with and stuff like that. That's a bit dangerous. But those are the only things we can do at the moment. We can only do is explore the cards, and we can move through blue cards. So we can move up and down this ladder and across the floor. We can move through blue cards, but not red cards. They're blocking the way.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, if we want Marin to
Poke about.
poke
That
about,
feels like a good idea.
I think
Doesn't
that
it?
feels good.
because we don't really have anything at the moment, so it might be a good idea just to send people throughout the house to
Search.
search and scavenge. Yeah, particularly if someone wants to like start clearing rubble with the shovel.
Yeah. The shovel. Yeah.
Okay, I've been looking through these, and I think
Mhm.
because we need medicine,
Yeah.
the only way I can see that we can generate them,
Mm-hmm.
from what I've seen here, is the herbal garden, which can be upgraded with the later idea. That lets us make herbal meds, and then we can make bandages and that with the upgrade.
How hard is that to build?
We need 1 mechanical part, which is fine, 4 wood, which is fine, and 4 components. I'm not sure what those are.
I guess we've got to find those. They would
Find
be
some components.
We also,
Mm.
we also, I
So-
imagine, probably need wood for other things like
Yes, all of these things need wood.
heating ourselves
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
like. So
Well, we
I-
can get wood from poking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that this would be a bit of a priority, though, because that ties in directly to our
To our
objective.
objective.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, that's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
good thinking.
I like the idea of a herbal garden.
do we?
We're going to. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, do we currently have any space to build any new places, or
We
do
can
we need to
build in
clear
this
stuff?
space here.
Okay.
Mhm.
We've got a sleep on the floor space here,
Yeah.
but at the moment, the only space we have to build is
So
this
that's the
one.
only empty space.
But once we clear cards, we can clear these 2 cards just as an action. They're just
Oh,
a
fine.
search action.
Okay.
We just get those out of the way, but then we start to need like lock picks and shovels and things to
Yeah.
do stuff.
I was going to say, I think, because we don't really have anything better to do, is like clearing space and searching.
So
Yeah.
we could just clear those 2 as our first action.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
could be a
just
See
do
what we
that.
can
Okay.
find.
Should we roll
Would-
for the cat?
Oh.
Should we see if the cat helps us?
Could do. I was also going to ask, would there be any benefit in like shoveling through the rubble at this stage whilst we can?
We have to anyway, just because that's true. In case we lose the shovel, you mean?
Could Bruno?
Yeah,
shovel
or
the
like
rubble?
whilst people not miserable and
So
hard
hard
not
to
being
sing
like,
the word Bruno.
no, I'm too depressed.
Yeah,
There's a war going on. I don't want to shovel.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, because we have to get through them eventually.
Okay.
So
Sure.
yeah, be clear the it doesn't matter which one, but yeah, send Bruno with a shovel. Bruno
Yeah.
with the shovel in the rubble.
Excellent.
Zlatan can
In the
search that
library.
heap,
Mm.
and Marion can poke around.
Perfect. So now
Sounds
we
good.
do resolve all the actions.
Now we'll resolve these, and then we'll
Okay.
do another round
Yeah.
of actions. But let's roll for the
Right.
cat. Let's see if the cat.
Let's roll for the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll
yes,
the
definitely.
cat.
That is a 4.
The cat has wandered off. It will be back tomorrow.
Well then, that's cats for you.
Oh well.
Rolling for cat, unsuccessful. 1.
Yeah, no.
Yes, he just does that the entire. He just wanders off the entire game.
Just the whole game, yeah. Well, there is a cat around. I don't know.
I'm surprised, one, isn't that it steals some of the food.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Right, well, yeah. Do you want to roll for? Was it Marin?
For
He's
Marin,
searching?
I'd
He's
love to
poking
roll for
around
Marin.
and adding 3.
6. Is that 6?
No, it's a
Oh,
9.
That's a 9.
Woo.
Sorry, fun.
That's
Okay.
maximum. Well, 10. Can't get any more than that. So we get
Excellent.
4 wood or components. So we get to pick.
All right, so 4 components would be enough for us to build a herb garden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it components there? What are these
components?
things
Yeah.
called?
Oh yeah.
I assumed that they were mechanical parts, but I
Yeah, aren't they mechanical parts?
I may have just made that assumption for no reason.
No, these are components.
Oh, okay. So how do
So
we
what's
get
a
mechanical parts?
They must be a grey
They're a
token.
different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can't build it because we don't have
Okay.
one.
So
Yeah, I think
we
mechanical
could
parts are
build-
a grey token.
we could build things that don't require mechanical
Utility.
I was going to
parts.
say, is there anything simpler
Oh,
we
yeah.
can build?
Right. So
Mechanical
simple things we
parts
could
are here.
build a simple heater, which
Not a bad
helps
idea.
us avoid cold.
which will happen at the end of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be
Yeah.
sudden.
A metal workshop, which lets us craft lockpicks, shovels and stuff. We'd need components for that anyway.
Mm-hmm. Can we make beds or something?
Yes,
similar?
beds, I think. Yeah, beds to reduce fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we can do without mechanical parts.
Okay, beds and a heater. What was it?
Beds and a simple heater. So
A
the simple
simple
heater would
heater.
let us reduce cold, and the beds let us reduce fatigue. I mean, neither of those are a problem
Right now.
Right now.
Currently, but
Yeah. Do you think maybe it's better to reduce cold because we'll get cold? We'll start getting cold.
It's hard to know until we start seeing what the
Yeah.
events.
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Should we,
yeah.
should we save our gear for a minute? So
Because we
build up
could not get any
supplies?
cold for a while, or we could just suddenly get
Yeah.
a massive freeze.
Well, let's add what
I
Marin
was
found.
about to say,
Yeah.
is it 4 wood or 4 components
It's
or 4?
either or, so it's
Oh.
a combination of 4 of those two things. So either 2
Right.
wood, 2 components, 4 wood, 4
Do
components.
we know what we want?
So for these things, it's pretty even between the two. So
So
two of each.
Should we get
That
2 of
gives us
each?
6
Yeah.
of each then.
Yeah. Fine.
Sure. Yep.
That gives us a bit of room to
We've got
play.
some flexibility.
Okay. 2
People
wood.
watching this being like, you idiots!
Probably.
Why'd you do that?
We're
And-
experts at this game.
And it seems that the players have gone for an off meta 2 wood 2 components roll. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Indeed. So should we see what Bruno finds with the shovel?
Yes, it's just requires a shovel, yeah, or 2 people. yeah.
Okay. Does that mean the shovel goes or?
No, we still keep the
No, we
shovel.
still keep it. Okay, cool.
It's just being active at the
Okay.
moment. So, rubble.
Remnants.
Remove this card. No, nothing.
Oh, there's nothing
There
there.
was nothing there.
Oh.
Remove this card.
But is it
found
removed?
nothing
Is
in
it
the-
removed?
It's removed, yeah.
Okay, fine,
have
so we found
spaces
nothing.
available. We can
Great.
build things in that
Yes.
space now.
Okay, and then this last heap we can just flip, right?
Start the year, just flip the heap.
Okay. Nice.
Hopefully we find something.
Hopefully. Come
Oh,
on,
here we go.
Santa.
You gain 5 components and 5 wood.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice.
Important to note, resources are finite. So if something runs out in the box, we can't get any
I
more
was
of
going to
it.
say because
Right.
we can't get 5 wood.
So it might be worth
Also,
building something.
If we're told to discard something, it goes back in the box. If we're told to remove something, it goes out the game completely.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
things
We
can
can
just
just
run
from
out.
the game.
Things can just be gone.
This card goes.
That
and
card
this,
goes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
Whenever it says remove, it's just gone.
It's just gone.
But we
okay.
need 5 wood as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty tooled up.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could,
so we
we
definitely
could
build
definitely
something.
start building.
Yeah, what can we
There's
build
our
without
5
needing
wood.
any like extra things?
A
Bed,
stove or a
bed and
a
heater, right?
Yeah,
Bed and
head and a
heater.
bed.
Head-
Head and a bed.
I'm ahead in a bed.
A beater
we
and a
know
head.
we know what's on Alan's mind.
A bed and or a heater. Or both.
I didn't even think. I just thought about a sleepy head on a bed. Should
We
can-
know a bed is useful. We don't know how useful a heater is going to be, how early on. So that's the question. Have you got enough components to build both? Or are they quite expensive?
Yeah, could we build both?
We've got enough components to build both if we want to get it ready, but it would
Ooh.
deplete our supplies
Yeah,
that's
quite
true.
a bit.
Well, we've got our second actions now.
I was going to say, and I would guess that we're probably going to be just searching more.
I
currently.
don't think either of these. If we search and clear more space, then we could do a whole turn of building, couldn't we?
Another thought I had. Is there like something like a stove or like a cooktop? Because we all
To cook
start
this
off
raw food.
Yes.
to cook the raw. Well, yeah, and also because we all start out hungry. So
A
Yeah.
stove will need mechanical parts.
Right, okay.
So that's going to be about scavenging then.
Sure,
try and
sure.
find
Yeah.
those
So
things.
should we make a beds
And then
Yeah.
just
and
search a
then
couple
and then
more
search
cards.
some
Yes.
more?
So
Right, so our second round of actions.
And they all come back.
Well, they're all doing whatever they're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, no.
You
So
don't get
how
any
does-
bonuses for building at all, or is that just a generic action at the moment?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter who we send to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only Marin has the thing with the poking about.
Poking about.
And Bruno can sacrifice an action to roll the black die and add a vegetable to the storage, which actually could be not bad.
What are the odds of him? Is it 50-50?
It's 6 to 10.
So yeah.
Yeah.
50% chance of him just
Yeah.
giving us a vegetable.
I'm just
Just
kidding.
like, turns out I had a vegetable.
Have a carrot.
He's like, where are you getting these things,
You-
Bruno?
You can eat that, Bruno.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat this food that at least I roughly know where it
Yeah.
came from.
This lovely raw
This
raw
raw
food.
Raw-
over here.
Raw
Yeah.
sausages or ribs or something?
Yeah.
that's what was going
I
on?
don't want to eat that raw.
That famously healthy food stuff, raw pork.
Yeah. I'd rather have Bruno's carrot.
Okay. Sorry, should not have laughed that much at that.
Right. So are we building
I'm
this
not.
bed?
I'm not sorry.
Let's build the bed.
Okay.
Right. So
Because then we can, no offence to our guys, work them a little harder because they can sleep there.
Exactly. Right. So
So-
forward and 3.
so do they go straight? Should we just put those straight in the thing in the pot?
components. Yes.
Yes.
So they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go back.
They go back.
And
Fine.
that presumably we want
Um,
that the other way up now.
Yes. So
Oh,
now,
nice.
as an action, someone can take a nap,
Oh,
lower the fatigue by 2. That's
Nice.
good.
nice one.
Do we
Search
send
some
someone else to search? And
Can we pick a lock?
I was going to say, could
We
we
do
pick a
have a
lock,
lockpick.
or could we dig up some more rubble?
Yeah.
I don't think we can get. Oh no, we can get down here to the rubble. There's a ladder, isn't
There's
it?
rubble there, there's rubble at the top of the ladder as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've also got furniture here to pick
Oh,
up.
yeah, maybe we
There's a
should find some
furniture and there's a
furniture.
heap. Maybe we just do the easy stuff now.
Well, that's
the
that's the thing. It's just that like rubble requires either a shovel or 2 people, whereas the heap
Yeah.
and furniture. I mean, yes, there might be nothing in the rubble, but
It gets it out of the way.
but it gets out of the
Yeah.
way, and the heap and furniture can be done
Do we think?
easily at any time.
Should
Do we think furniture is more useful stuff? Or-
It might be useful to find furniture. Should we like split up? So maybe we could like pick a lock,
And
do
clear
s-
some rubble.
clear some
Yeah.
rubble, and then should we poke about again? Is that helpful? Because
Oh no, because they've only got 3 actions left. If someone's already done the bed, so he's
Yeah.
building the bed, that's his
Ah.
action.
Oh, I
Bruno
see.
built the
Okay,
bed.
okay, right, okay.
I think poking about would just give us more of the stuff which
yeah,
we're
that's
already
true.
pretty
Yeah,
full.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So-
all right.
So the rubble and the locked door
Yeah,
this
Wait for
time.
the upper floors.
yeah.
Yep.
Neither of them have any special abilities related to those things, do
No.
they? So
You may have to check the rules, Jacinta. I believe there was something to do with rolling
lockpick
when it
yeah,
comes
is
to-
not automatic.
when it comes to lockpicking.
Can you check the rules?
Where were we?
It was on
Sit
day
down.
actions.
Yeah, so you roll the black die on a 1 to 3, you fail.
Oh,
On a 4 to 10, you succeed, but you have to discard the lockpick.
Okay.
So lockpicks are.
So lockpicks are finite. They're a
Ugh.
finite resource.
Do we want to risk the lockpick now?
I would like to know if the furniture's better than the heap, so maybe we could wait and see.
yeah,
if the
okay. So
lockpick's
maybe we
more
leave
useful
the
up there.
closed door for now and
We
send.
can't do this because we need a saw blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we avoid the heap and the furniture until we've got our chance to put our stuff back in.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Or we split the difference and go 1 rubble, one heap.
Okay. I mean, I'm pro risking the locked door, but I'm also
Yeah.
aware it might
Let's
be.
not forget though, we also need to add the red cards to the green deck by taking an action. So we can't.
Yes.
That is an action to do. So if there are cards in that red deck
yeah.
you want us to be
Oh,
able to build in the future,
yeah.
we could just get it out of the way now.
That's a good idea.
Also true.
Because we're not currently
Yes.
like none of us needs to sleep or do anything complicated.
No.
None of us are locked into anything. 'Cause once we start being tired and ill and stuff, we're
Yeah,
going to have
then
to start doing
it's- yeah, yeah.
specific tasks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. We'll need the upgrade to the herbal gardens in here.
Yeah.
A second bed because you need the. We've done 1 bed, but we need to come up with the idea
We're just-
of a second bed.
Wait, I've got it.
A chair.
You know how we have 1 bed? What if we do that just again?
Do a madman. A madman. Okay, let's do that then. Yeah, let's send
Fine, okay.
Marion to give us some new ideas.
To get a new idea.
Just go into this room where the ideas live
The idea room.
and have some ideas.
Brilliant. All
So,
right.
do we think fatigue might be an issue? Shall we get a second bed in there now?
It's not an issue at the moment. We don't.
Well, what
we
about-
never
but I
know.
think- I mean, is there any either like cooking things or the garden?
There's the
herb
vegetable
The
garden.
vegetable garden is probably quite good.
So
That's
yeah,
that's the upgrade to the herb. Oh, hang on.
That
There's
does sound
the.
good.
I was
Yeah.
going to say,
What's
and
the
particularly
one?
if we have a celebrity chef,
Yeah.
we
Just pull vegetables out his arse.
yeah.
Yeah. Problem
Look,
is
we don't talk about Bruno's carrot.
the problem is the vegetable garden is an upgrade on the herbal garden. The herbal workshop is also an upgrade on the herbal garden, and that's what produces our meds and bandages.
Oh,
Oh, well, maybe
both.
put that one in then.
Because
That one we will need, I think, to complete our
Yeah,
objective.
yeah, I'm with that.
But there's a lot of electrical parts, mechanical parts,
I
and
mean,
stuff.
we also
we'll
need to
for
complete that
that.
objective
But at
3
least-
times. Let's not forget. So for individual
Yeah.
challenges.
Right, yeah.
So we're not going to be able to build this for
We-
a while anyway. It depends. Yeah, if you think it's worth getting it out of the way and into the deck now.
We've got to do it. Get it.
We,
at some
Yeah.
point.
it's also worth noting that we also might find medicine through scavenging.
Yeah.
And we have the time to take that action now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think put it
Just
in
get it in
then
there
it's
because we know it's
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
It's out of the way.
We've
it's
had
done.
the idea.
And-
We get
Yeah.
2 cards.
Oh, 2.
I was
Yeah.
going to say,
What is
I
that?
think
Choose 2 cards from the idea is they can put them into the fittings.
I think
Um,
since we have a
second bed?
chef having either that brilliant
Yeah,
radical
or a
idea of a
stove,
second
maybe?
bed,
Yeah.
or
Any-
a stove or something that
Yeah.
involves
don't-
cooking if that's in there.
I mean,
Oh, there is a-
the
there is a
stove in the
cooking-
main deck.
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
crude
yeah.
stove there, but there's an upgrade to that.
Okay, well if there's
Yeah,
if there's a crude stove, that's fine. We can come back to that if necessary.
That
So so we could do the upgraded stove or a second bed.
I
think
just
is the
feel
way to
like
go.
Bruno would quite enjoy an upgraded stove.
But I also do like
Yeah.
but I also do just like the comedy of a second bed being a radical
Yeah,
idea.
I know.
Damn it, Bruno, I've had it up to here with your second bed thinking.
I'm inclined. We're not going to build it for a while anyway. I'm inclined to go for the stove as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, we'll get the stove in there as well.
yeah.
So those 2 are going to be added to that.
To the...
yes.
To the
Build.
fitting deck, so we can now build those
Yes.
things.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay, so that
I'll put them onto the
happened.
other cube.
Then
And then also
the shovel, the rubble
Yes.
checking.
shovel the rubble.
Shovel the rubble.
No, just remove this card. So rubble apparently doesn't have stuff in it.
No, okay, so that's okay. Good to know.
No, but
I
again,
suppose
we're,
they're-
we're
Good to
getting
get
it out,
rid of.
getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
I
So
believe
that was
it's-
our- Yep, so that was our direction. So it moves on.
And the bed's been built, so now. Oh, to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
What am I
Meant to be
reading?
to you.
Dusk, I
Into
You are
think.
in
Dusk.
dusk. Yes.
Ooh. The sun has disappeared beneath the horizon. Shadows and darkness now rule over the city. It is a bit safer to go out at this time, but first we must regain some strength. Okay, water. Each character must drink 1 water. Discard it from the storage.
So it's deliberately given us at the start of the game not
enough
water. That seems
Okay.
cruel.
That is so cruel.
I would again, Christian, like to point out the game is called This War of Mine.
What's the penalty for not
So
drinking?
for each character that did not drink water, roll the black die. If the result is 1 to 5, raise their hunger by 1. If the result is 6 to 10, raise their misery by 1.
Oh, so it's bad either way.
Yeah. There's no good.
I would,
There's
although
no
to be
good.
fair, I'd rather have 1 misery than 3 hunger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drink your water, kids.
Okay, so.
So who do we want not to have the water?
Yeah.
Who are we not giving water to?
I
in
think-
our godlike status looming over this.
I'm actually going to say Zlata because she's only affected by like other characters' misery. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe she leads it less.
That
Oh,
makes
she'd have a
sense.
knock-on effect if somebody else was miserable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if other characters are miserable, she
Then
becomes
she gets miserable. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yes, well, the 2 big grown men can have the water. and
Yeah.
The young
And the
female
music,
student-
the music
Young music
student
student.
can fend for herself
exactly.
in this patriarchal world.
But she's also a music student. She made a choice. She chose a useless career.
Yeah.
Okay, I will roll for Zlata.
Irony.
3. What does that mean?
That means that she raises her hunger by
Hunger.
1.
Ooh, that's
So
a-
does that mean I need to
You need
get
to
a
get
hunger
a-
3?
yes.
This doesn't just flip. Oh, it's
No,
not
because
one.
that's the good one. There we go.
Oh, she doesn't lose any actions at least. But yeah,
Okay.
she
Yeah, that's
can't,
true.
we can't let her be any more hungry
No.
because
No.
4 is the maximum.
So, just as a clarification, so she's now. Oh wait, everyone was already hungry.
Yes, we
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
started
yeah.
the-
Right,
we
right,
started the
right,
game with
right,
a hunger
right.
2.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we've been living in a war
Sorry,
zone
I
for a while.
thought that like
Yeah.
for some reason I was like, wait, if that's not hunger, does now being more hungry make her less miserable? No, but no, it was hunger anyway, so that's
Suddenly,
fine.
suddenly I feel like the rainwater collector becomes useful.
Yes, suddenly things like that. Okay, so now hunger. Each character should eat 1 or more food. Discard it from the storage. Okay, so the only thing we have is raw food,
Yeah.
so that means lower their hunger by 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So they gave us not quite enough to survive the first round.
Yeah, exactly.
But we
So
If
could-
only
there-
the cat could have bought us some more food.
I know, if only. Okay, fine. So that because that's it. We don't have canned food or vegetables, or no food.
Are they generally
Fine.
better than raw food?
Canned food is the best. Vegetables are not actually as good as raw food.
Okay.
My guess would be that we can make, using a bit of meta knowledge from the video game here, that we can make meals with raw food and vegetables and the like.
Yeah, what does the stove
Right.
do exactly?
Oh yeah.
So the stove was, we can use 2 herbs, 1 water and 1 wood or book to make a vegetable. Or we can use 1 food, 1 water and 1 wood or book to make 2 raw food. So you can turn 1 food into 2 food by using water and wood.
Okay.
Okay.
Or turn
Basically, I
herbs
think it's music
into
to
vegetables.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So it's not necessarily useful for us to hold on to raw food then. We might as well make sure people are
Yeah.
fed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah.
going to
So
say,
we'll have more actions next.
yeah, and I also feel that like the
Yes.
more we ignore people's needs,
The worst.
it's going to snowball.
Yeah, I agree. So the thing is, it says, okay, if there's no food, we raise their hunger by 1. This lowers their hunger by 1, but should I have a hunger track?
No, it is hunger. There's sort of
Oh, that says
that's
hunger.
okay.
I just forgot. Okay, cool, thank you.
Okay, so
Um,
we're giving everyone
just
here,
giving
eat some,
everyone
eat some raw meat.
Raw meat. Wonderful. That will have no bad effects. And next player.
So yeah, but first of all, lower everyone's hunger by 1.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's
yes, we do.
important. That goes now. Okay, so she's
She's back down to 2.
and they're all on 1, which means they can do their full 3 actions.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's good.
Assuming nothing else bad happens,
Assuming.
which it definitely won't.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so the evening. So, before nightfall, we must decide who will stay in the shelter to regain strength or guard the door, and who will venture into the ruined city. We can only hope to scavenge some food, meds, and other necessary materials. So we assign each character to 1 of 4 available tasks. They can sleep in a bed to recover their fatigue, which
How many
is not an
fatigue?
issue
None of
for
us
us,
fatigued,
not an
yeah.
issue this time. They can sleep on the floor to recover slightly less fatigue. We can put any number of characters on the guard space to defend the shelter from attacks during the night raid phase. The higher the prowess of the guard, the better, so Zlata would be completely useless as a guard. There must be at least 1 guard on the guard space. Otherwise, see 333 in the Book of Scripts.
Okay.
That sounds ominous.
That really does. That character,
What's that? You didn't get guard your place? Well, here's this chapter for you.
the character on guard duty will gain 1 fatigue.
Okay.
I think the people that go explore
then
gain fatigue as
They
well.
do,
Yeah.
yes, actually. Scavenging, so we can have up to 3 characters. Obviously, we need to leave 1 on guard duty. On the findings pile space, to send them into the ruined city during the scavenging phase. The higher the inventory and prowess of a character, the better they will perform.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the inventory. I didn't notice
I was
those.
going to say,
Okay, yeah.
what's
Inventory,
everyone's-
yeah,
So
is how much they
Zlata-
can carry.
Oh, so Zlata's 4, so that's quite good.
So, for example, this shovel has a weight value of 1.
Right. Okay.
However, the lockpick has no weight value because you can carry as many of those
That's
as
cool.
you want.
Okay. So yeah, Zlata's 4. Marin is 3, and Bruno's 3 as well. But Marin and Bruno have better prowess.
Right.
But I'd be tempted to say. Sorry, did you? Is that?
That's
Yeah.
it. The only other thing it says here is raising the fatigue by 1 when you're scavenging.
Okay. Because at the moment, no one has any fatigue.
Yeah.
I would also say. So, which one do we think is more likely to get wounded? The guard or the scavengers?
I mean, it could go either way.
It could go either way, yeah. And just because Marin, so Bruno will get miserable if he's wounded, but I mean, you know, so I was just wondering if Marin should guard and Bruno and Zlata should scavenge, or
Is there any real difference between Bruno and Marin for these tasks?
We
Not
can
really,
send them
so much.
both because they can just that means they can carry more.
One of them needs
But-
to stay on guard.
And also Zlata
Well-
has lower prowess
oh,
but
that's
better
true, yeah, yeah.
inventory.
Well, she can scavenge then.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
her,
I
Yeah.
think she should scavenge.
her and one of the guys should go out
Yeah.
Yeah.
scavenging, and the other man there can remain.
Marin,
Yeah.
That will, just as another alternate suggestion, that will mean that all of them will gain fatigue.
Yes, but we did build a bed.
We built
Because
one.
we have got a bed.
So
we
we
got
built
one bed.
We built one bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can reduce someone's fatigue by 2. So if the people start gaining more and more fatigue, they can sleep it off quite easily. Also,
Yeah.
they can rest in the bed on this night phase, as Alan said, to lower their fatigue anyway. So we now, because we've built the bed, we have 2 options. We have 2 ways. They can either do it as an action to lower their fatigue, or they can do it in the night phase by not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't
I'm
think we
not-
need to worry too much at this point about fatigue.
this
I think
point,
it's more
yeah.
useful to get people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stuff.
Scavenging.
So the way this works well, we'll figure out who's guarding in a second, but the way the scavenging works is we've got 3 locations we can scavenge. They are close, distant, and far. The further we go, the less time we can spend. So you're going to draw we're going to draw cards from the exploration deck. 14 at this location, 12, and then 10. And then we're going to explore those cards, resolving them one at a time until either we want to stop because we're carrying too much stuff, or because it's getting too dangerous and we can come back.
Okay.
Basically, you get more options here. Our options aren't great. We've got a ruined block of flats, a ruined villa, and a quiet house. So basically, we just found some residential areas, unfortunately. They're going to be a bit random. We're not going to find like a huge amount of stuff, but there is implications on here of what we might find. We might be more likely to find there's a wider range of stuff at the quiet house.
Oh, really?
It's books, chems, herbal meds, vegetables, meds, canned food on the special findings.
Yeah.
Whereas the special findings for the villa are books, mechanical parts. We need mechanical parts.
That's true, we do need those, yeah.
Raw food and knife. This also has mechanical parts, coffee and vegetables.
Oh, well, maybe we
Oh,
just...
we need coffee.
Yeah.
I think we just go with that first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to assign people first.
Rather, one person needs coffee, 3 people need food.
Yes, that's true.
But, you know, he really needs coffee.
Do we have to send them to the same place, does it say?
I don't know. I haven't gone to the. It goes to you to read out the scavenging page, but we need to assign them.
I think they have to go to the same place.
For now, we just assign them to the
task.
to the finding pile.
Yeah. If it doesn't make too much difference, then should we just put?
Yeah, I think let's put
duty. Or do you want Marin because he's less?
I think Marin should.
I think Marin because
slightly more.
These places strike me as like not particularly dangerous.
Yeah.
Not like
woundy.
Not woundy. Yeah, not encountering other people who could potentially shoot us in the head.
An important note, because I played this game before. When we return from scavenging, we can bring back as much water as we like with us.
Oh, good. Sorry, speaking of that, can I put all these back in there down there? Yeah. So that's been done. Cool.
Also
So
point out that sleeping in the bed at night sets your fatigue down to 0. It
Yeah.
doesn't reduce by doing it.
It's we're not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, an action reduces it by 2 if you use an action during the day.
Oh, but in the night
Yeah.
it just
If you
goes.
leave someone there at night, it can
It's
clear
It's like
all
a
of it.
short
Lovely
rest and a long
sleep.
rest.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Okay. Sorry, D&D reference. There you go.
I was just going to say, so it's either sleeping at night or napping in the day.
Yeah. That's you.
But I'm glad you made the D&D reference, not me.
I think we should send both of them.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree. I agree.
Agree.
Yeah.
Carry more
And
stuff.
I'm thinking. So wait. So which one has
So-
food?
So
Well, they all might have everything.
Yeah,
it's just
okay,
one
I-
that's slightly-
Yeah.
ruined block of flats. Things that are probably going to be encountered. I assume this means in the top right: rubble, jammed door, basement entrance.
Okay.
Special findings: 1 to 4, nothing. 5 mechanical parts. 6 to 7, coffee. 8 to 10, vegetable.
Okay.
These are special findings. This is not. The deck will have different things.
Fine.
for it,
Okay.
but
So we
this
can
is
find
and
things in
then-
there. Yeah.
findings.
Ruined villa, basement entrance, rubble, jammed door. So the same but in a different order. Special findings: 1 to 4, nothing. 5 book. 6 to 7, mechanical part. 8 to 9, raw food. 10, knife.
Oh.
Yeah, the top section is stuff that we might encounter. That it might be like, oh, there's closed doors here, so we're going to need to take lockpicks with
Right.
us.
I was going to say,
Okay,
can we bring the shovel with
We
us?
can take anything we want with us. Yeah, we can even take some of this stuff if we think we're going to find someone to trade with. But that's kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite tempted by the ruined villa because it's just a little bit further and there's a bit more possible good stuff.
Do these change? These
These will go
locations?
away. So the closest location, I think the furthest location disappears. Let me have a look. I don't remember. We'll get to it. We'll get to it when we
We'll
get
get to that.
They do rotate out
Yeah.
though. So one of these locations we might not get another chance to go to.
Okay.
So there's a chance it's to be the only time we get to go to the block of flats. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's that useful.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think.
If it was like a supermarket or a hospital, let's get in
I was
there.
going to say,
Yeah.
These two seem fairly similar. The only reason I would suggest perhaps going for this one
Yeah.
is simply because we get to draw more cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
But-
true. Okay.
We might not get through all the cards anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We don't have any weapons, so we can't fight anyone off.
Yeah.
True.
And the only difference between the ruined block of flats and the ruined villa is there's just a bit more food and possible food in the ruined villa, right?
Yeah, if we
Yeah.
or it's on the table of special special finds that
Yeah.
we
Well,
can roll.
I'm happy with either.
Let's go with anyway. We're moving on to the scavenging phase. so
Okay.
we're just in
Wait,
that
can
phase, so-
can Zlata bring the shovel with her? Because I'm just thinking that might be
Yeah.
useful.
We're skipping ahead of ourselves here.
Sorry,
okay?
sorry, leave it.
So, scavenging phase. It is safer to move around the city at night. Shots can still be heard, but only sporadically. You strap your backpacks on tightly and leave your shelter carefully. Leave your shelter. Carefully, you pick your way through the ruined shops and houses that line the shelled streets. So first of all, we choose a location.
Okay.
I feel like we're going for the villa. Yeah?
I'm feeling pro villa.
I'm very pro villa. I've always said that about you. Just you're very pro villa.
That's it.
Then we're going to choose our equipment. So yeah, we should probably take a shovel with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says rubble on the thing.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that definitely.
We could take the lockpick just to
Does
have
it say closed doors?
It says jammed
It says
door.
jam doors, which I suspect is more of a like.
Does-
Yeah,
do
I
they-
don't think.
Do these take up our inventory space?
Well,
It will
lockpick.
do to bring them
The sh-
back. It will do. Yeah,
But
the
a
shovel will.
The shovel
Oh.
does, the lockpick does.
Well, let's just take it
Let's
with
might
us
as well take
then.
the
Yeah, there's
lockpick.
no harm.
Okay, as long as we don't get robbed.
You had to say it.
Yeah.
Assuming we don't get robbed, there's no harm.
Yeah.
Then we have to set the noise marker to 1.
That's a noise marker.
That is the
Okay.
noise marker. That will increasingly bad. So, whenever the game tells you to raise or lower the noise, you move this marker up and down the track. Whenever the game tells you to roll for the noise, you roll the black die. If the roll is equal to or less than the current noise, an encounter is triggered. Draw and resolve a residence card. So basically, we've disturbed whoever was occupying this place that we are looting. After resolving the residence card, resume scavenging and then reset the noise back to 1.
Okay.
Okay, so scavenging, the last part of the scavenging phase. I'm going to prepare the unknown deck. Draw as many exploration cards as are shown on the location space of the location you have chosen. So it's
12.
12.
Well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Place them face down on the unknown space.
Okay.
Now resolve these cards one after another. Discard the resolve cards by placing them in the discard space, which is there. Cool, right, so we're going to resolve these cards one at a time. Right.
Okay.
So we are exploring.
Exploring.
Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colours deck and determine the colour of the script. Okay.
Grey.
Then draw a card from the exploration deck and check the number with that colour. Right, so grey 960. Find that number in the book of scripts and resolve the corresponding text.
960.
So, 960.
I'm so excited.
Reality impact.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
960. Suddenly, a gun is fired. It was pretty near, too. Do we want to carefully check what's going on? Or do we think what's going on there is the last thing we want to know?
Ooh. We are unarmed.
Yeah, I feel like avoiding is a good strategy.
But does that mean we have to stop scavenging?
No, this is just
No.
like a choose your own adventure. Either we're going to check out the gunshot or we aren't.
No, I think maybe we don't check it out.
And then we won't find anything.
Oh.
I would personally think going towards gunfire is generally bad.
But then it might take them a little bit to reload.
I feel like
so
I'm being
could-
outvoted here. So I'm happy enough to not walk at the
I mean, admittedly, I can see what it says here, but like, I am trying to be as not meta as possible. My instinct is not to go towards guns.
Okay, let's not go there. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
we
play
won't go
cautious.
fine.
While we are relatively weak.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so back to game.
Oh, that's it? All right, fine.
Nothing happens.
All right. It's also important to note as well that each thing has a unique element. So we can return 2 exploration cards to have a look around the area, which goes to 422.
Ooh.
So we can explore the area by discarding
Ah.
2 of our
That
exploration
could be good.
cards. So that's always an option.
We
we've
do that
got.
anytime.
Anytime. Yeah.
Well, we still have 2 left, I assume.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
only
2
you.
cards left.
Okay.
Right. Someone's here. Raise the noise by 3.
Oh my lord, we should have discarded that one.
Okay, that would have been, yeah. I think we,
Should we discard 2 together?
Let's have a look around the
Explore the
area,
area.
and just make sure there's no one else around.
Yeah. I know.
should we?
I'm up for looking around the area.
Okay.
I'm curious. I don't know how it works.
Are
Let's find
we
out.
okay?
Do you think? Yeah.
So it's 422.
I would say yeah. Okay.
Ruined Villa. We've discarded
Good ones.
bad ones.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh, roll the black die.
Ooh. Is Bruno with us? He is. Oh no, that's a different thing. That's for vegetables.
5.
5.
Middle.
A result of 5. C1352.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that.
I was gonna say they were all like that. Roll the black die, whatever you roll,
Yes,
go to
yeah.
go to thing. A black and white picture of the owner's wife is surrounded by burning candles. Did she pass away? I hope it was before the war, and she was lucky not to be part of it. Back to game.
Oh, okay.
We found a depressing photograph.
All right, I guess
Okay.
keep going then.
Might as well. Nothing's stopped us yet. We haven't
No.
been shot.
We haven't found anything.
You
either.
may ignore this card or hide out. Return as many exploration cards as you wish and lower the noise by the same amount. Oh, that's interesting. We're at 4, so we've got halfway up the noise track.
I think we should lower it by 1 or 2.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is our deck? We've only got.
We do need to find some stuff.
We've only got
We
six-
do need to find
We've only
some
got. We've
stuff.
only got 6 cards
Could we
left.
discard 1 to lower it by 1? Or just hope that we don't get louder?
Sorry, do we add them from our discard or do we?
It says return, so I'm just going to stick it.
I'm
Right,
assuming,
okay.
yeah, from that.
Yeah.
I
see that
mean,
discard
in
goes
fairness,
back in.
none of those have been very useful.
No,
I
you
know
really haven't.
I know we
Oh,
just.
no. When it says return them face down to the exploration deck. So we return them there.
Oh,
that other
from-
one said that says discard. Return means we're going to put 2 cards on top of the deck.
Oh,
so
okay.
in theory, we could draw them again. If we
Oh,
get
yeah,
to draw
that's
more
true. So,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, return them from the discard or from the draw?
From
From
this
the draw.
to the draw pick. So this one says we can return as many cards as we like.
Yes.
Basically, take them off of this deck, put them back onto the exploration deck. Because sometimes you can get to add more cards.
Right.
But basically, we don't. Basically, they're
Cool.
discarded, but we don't get to look at them.
Sure. I'm thinking that. Again, we haven't found anything yet. So,
No.
is there a point to returning any of
No,
those
I know.
exploration cards to the?
We also
Yeah.
should have done returning there. We did it all wrong. Quiet you.
What did we do wrong?
We also should have returned those cards that we discarded. But it's mechanically the same difference.
Oh,
oops,
right,
Okay,
yes.
fine. Okay. Well, should we just keep going? Should we risk the noise? Or return 1?
I say keep searching
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we need stuff and we haven't found
No,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Take the gamble.
that said,
Gamble, yeah.
we can just like even if we don't come away with anything, we can still go back with water.
That's
Yes,
true.
we can
yeah,
still
that's
take
true.
some
We need to do
supplies
that,
with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll tell us exactly what we can take. at the
Well,
end.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Keep going. Ooh. It says private.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Gavin, do you know what a private card means?
Nope, doesn't say anything about that here, does it? There's an FAQ on passage 600 in the Google script.
Oh.
Okay.
Have a look.
An FAQ on
600.
600.
Yeah, the FAQs are literally in the middle of every 100 things is an FAQ. Such a weird way to do it.
Yeah. That's so weird.
I see nothing about private cards.
This is
I would
confusing.
suggest that Kristen, you pulled it, so you read it to yourself.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think.
Well,
that's
I'm
what
gonna.
I
I think we're gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna return 2 exploration cards,
Ooh.
raise the noise by 1, and I get to draw a findings card.
Ooh.
Oh God!
Did we find a
I
corpse?
think that's the only bad card in the deck.
Ah,
Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colours deck to determine the colour of the script.
Again.
Then check the number with that colour on the rare findings chart of the
Ooh.
current location card. Oh, it could be
Oh, it
good
could
then.
be good.
What's
What's
the
the
colour?
Colour is green.
So
green.
598.
598.
Oh, you were right there.
I was right there.
Yeah, I know.
Beneath a layer of dust, obscured by a mass of useless objects, we see part of a golden frame. It doesn't take an art expert to see what it is. Everyone in the city knows this painting. Regardless whether it's the original or just a great fake, it's worth a lot. Write down valuable painting 598 on a blank token and place it on the findings pile.
Exciting.
Blank token?
Valuable token, 598.
What?
Grab the Kickstarter box. There's some
Treat-
blank tokens in there.
Treat it as a grey
That's interesting.
Treat it as a grey token with a value of 30 and a weight of 3. If you can't take it back to the shelter, you can hide it.
Say again, valuable
Valuable painting,
painting. Sorry.
598.
So we have to
Valuable
find someone to trade with
painting,
now.
yeah.
That could be really good.
598.
598.
Yes.
That's the chapter
And
number.
it says, yeah, value of 30, weight of 3. It's a grey
Right.
token.
30.
Value 30, weight 3. That's
3.
heavy.
Okay, so we'll maybe
that
Zlata can
goes-
carry it with the shovel.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
it goes into our
And
Great.
we can potentially, and the rest of the entry basically says we can potentially hide it and try and come back for it later, but there's a chance someone else will have taken it.
Well, I don't think we're going to find anything else.
We found bugger all
I
out.
think we may as well take it back.
Right, so
Just checking. Have we entered Allo Allo?
Yeah.
Is this the fallen Madonna with the big boobies?
Yes, I know. In ours, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, it is now. Place this card under the current location card. When that location card is removed from the game, shuffle this card back into the findings deck. Okay, so we can't find it again.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That makes sense.
Fine.
Valuable painting, Street 598B.
Yeah. Right.
Cool. Well,
Nice
that was
one.
a good decision, Chris.
That was
I'm
good.
aware, just by the way, before anyone who does know this game gets the rules on me, that according to the rules, you're technically supposed to take turns, each player drawing one of these cards. That would take forever.
Yeah, no.
That would be a nuisance, I feel.
I am happy for you to be.
Although that might be why there are private things there, but we're gonna
Yeah.
it's a cooperative game.
Mhm.
We can pass the privates around next time you see them, as it were.
Yes, we can. Wait a minute.
Euphemisms.
Look.
Okay. Maybe like a euphemism.
Let me rephrase that. Next time you see a private, you could pass it on to the next person.
That's true.
Yeah.
You may ignore this card or return 2 exploration cards to save it and use it any time as a hiding place. I think we only have 2 left. You only have 2
Yeah.
I
left.
was going to
Okay.
say,
So we can have a useless hiding place.
No.
You may, hang on, after rolling with noise, you may discard this card to ignore an encounter, just so we know what it does, or perform a backstab. See the combat sheet for description.
Again, I
No.
don't think we
Yeah.
need to
No.
hide when there's nothing there.
Yeah.
We haven't found much of anything.
Much of anything.
This is private, so should we pass this?
Oh, yeah,
have a
look at the
We have a
private.
reference for private. Because there was a slightly worse way to enact my card. There's a slightly worse
I
option.
see. Okay.
Okay.
Or a slightly riskier way to do it, I would
Okay.
say.
Given that it's early, I'm going to risk this.
Risky.
So, either
Mm-hmm.
return 2 exploration cards, that isn't possible.
No.
So, raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise.
Oh my god.
So you want more than 6?
You want a 6, yes. 6
Wait.
or less is bad.
Yep, so 7 plus we want.
No.
1.
1, okay. And roll for noise 2, draw and resolve.
So we rolled for
1.
noise.
Yes,
So we reset our noise to 1 and we draw a residence card.
but then we can do the thing after this.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
I would hope.
Survivors. Determine the number of survivors encountered. Roll the black die. Alan's the master of the black die.
I am.
One.
1 survivor.
2 survivors.
Maybe I should stop rolling this black die.
Yeah.
We have 2 survivors. Draw us 2 question mark tokens from the box.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Shall I look at them both?
Yes.
B prowess 1, B prowess 2.
So they're both armed with hatchets. That's what B
Ah.
means.
Okay, right. Yeah. No, they're both called B.
B for hatchet.
B for hatchet. Yeah.
Place this card on the exploration slot. Until you leave this location, whenever you take anything from the pantry/furniture, roll the black die. Presumably they will try and stop us.
Try and hit us
You
with a
may
hatchet.
return 1 exploration card to talk to them or trade with them. We do have the
Should
painting.
we try and trade a painting?
At the end of the scavenging, shuffle this card back into the residence deck. Okay, so this isn't terrible. So we could return our final card
Yeah.
to interact with them.
Yeah.
But whilst they're here, they're going to guard their
Shall I
stuff.
put them?
I
on
was
the-
going to say, because
Yeah. So.
because do I now then finish reading the benefits of this?
This is something we can do from now on.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Adjust that card.
So raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. 2, draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck, furniture chart.
Okay, so if we choose to take stuff from this card, we'll have to roll against these guys. So basically, you drew a card, you want to rob, you put some people on them, now we're robbing them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, as in if
Oh.
do we want to? Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
So we've done it now, have we?
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, do we want to do that? Can we talk
Well,
to
we don't
them
have to take,
before?
no, because it's only if we take stuff.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
If we don't take anything,
Yeah, yeah.
there's no harm in looking at the card.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
So we can walk in and say hi, and as long as we don't actually try and take the
Man.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really nice med kit you've got in that behind that sofa cushion.
We actually found this painting outside your house.
In the furniture, there is vegetable, herb, bandages, and we get to roll the black dice on that chart there.
Oh my god, I want to
Which
do
is a
that.
50, well, it's a
Good.
60% chance of something good.
But there are
We
two
have
guys
no
with hatchets in
weapons, I
front.
know.
We might have to fight these guys, and they've both got hatchets,
And we have
we've got a
nothing.
shovel and a lockpick.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lockpick in
And
the
we've-
eye.
and
a
shovel
painting.
in-
I was going to say, and we've got a painting which we might be able to trade for a lot of stuff.
We
Yeah.
do need that
That's
stuff. Yeah, that's
true.
true. The trade might be more worth it.
Okay, I think you're right because I
'Cause
don't
if-
think we're going to fare well against them.
Yeah, and also if we beat them, we might not be able to interact with them anymore.
That's
Yeah.
true. All right.
I was going to say, can we potentially then talk to them after this
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
why
I
not.
think we should do that.
to be like, hey, look at this painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might give us some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're well armed enough to
No.
risk it.
That's a shame we didn't draw that earlier.
I know it's a real
Yeah.
shame. Yeah. Oh well.
As I said, it was a risk, and
It was a risk.
but yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
So shall we talk to them before we draw the last card?
Yes.
Do they want the Madonna with the big boobies?
Wait, can we talk to? Oh, we have to get
return
rid of
the
that.
card. So we have to return a card, one card, which is
Yeah.
what we've got left.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can
Let's.
either-
Let's do
I
it,
think that's
yeah.
it.
Then we
Yeah.
can talk or trade. But I think trade is better because we've got this painting. That's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
let's
does
try and
does
trade.
trading work?
So what can we...
Trade C723.
Oh.
Everything happens in the book. You're
Everything.
going to be reading that book more than you thought.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Talking.
723. You may buy any of these tokens. See journal trade sheet.
Bye.
There's things listed under red, under yellow, under grey, and under green. And it says Trade Commission 1.
Okay, trading is an action available at some locations, visitors, resident cards. It enables you to exchange your tokens for different tokens, any availability in the pool of a given script or card. Before the trade begins, you must pay the trade commission first. It means you must discard tokens of the total value depicted in the trade description of the given card. So that's script of a buy entry, basically. Represents the profit a trader gains for bartering with you. So what's the trade?
Trade Commission
Yeah,
1.
1. So we have to give them a lockpick, I guess, or the shovel. That's annoying because we didn't take any other stuff with us. Because we didn't find anything while we were out.
No, I know,
Yeah.
exactly.
We could have just given them a piece of wood.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed.
1.
So I know that it said that our painting was is counted as a grey token.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we therefore only use that to buy things on the grey
Oh, I see.
list?
Then you can exchange tokens by discarding your tokens of a total value equal to or higher than the value of the tokens you want. Each token has a value shown in the yellow icon. Water, wood, and components cannot be bought or sold and never buy. Oh, we can't trade those things anyway.
Oh well, fine. Okay. So why can't we trade the painting?
We can trade the painting.
Yeah.
It's just worth 30, which
Oh,
we
I
might as well get
see.
as much stuff as possible.
No,
for
sure.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have to
Good.
give them something to buy in.
We'd have to
Either
give
the
them-
shovel or the lockpick. Let's give them the painting then.
Yeah. I mean, the lockpick makes sense because it's the cheapest.
Yeah. Although
We can't
Yeah.
currently get another one until we've got like a.
we've got
Well,
a few
There is a
closed
building.
doors there,
There's a building thing we can make to create that.
and there's
but we need
also
pieces.
as I said, there's these 4 colours: red, yellow, grey, and green, with lists of various things.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, we
And
can
lockpicks is in one of the.
Yeah.
So we can
Or
buy
we
Or we
back.
could buy. A
We can buy it back with the.
We
We
also,
can
we also
exchange
can
lockpick
get
back.
through the basement without having to unlock.
That's
these
true,
doors.
actually. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll give them a lockpick to let us
Okay,
in,
fine.
and then we can buy 30 worth of stuff. That's got to be good.
That's
Oh, I
got
see.
to
Right,
include
yeah,
a few
that,
lockpicks.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
The trading FAQ is
That's
on
got to be
901 if that's helpful, but yeah,
Okay.
we've got a big list of stuff.
Yep, there's no like change. There is no way to keep the difference between values of exchanged items. The player's negative difference is unfortunately lost.
Mm-hmm.
Right, what
So
can we
I'm-
buy?
Are they sorted by colour in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
So red, ammo,
Okay, ammo. Okay, yep.
shells,
I can't find any shells. There we go. Yep.
weapon parts,
Weapon parts.
That's got to be useful for when we've got like something we can build with.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
and broken pistol.
Oh, broken pistol.
See, the broken pistol and weapon parts, that's got to go together, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. No.
Now onto yellow.
Yep.
Bandages
Yep.
and meds.
Bandages, meds,
Yeah.
yep.
Herbal meds
Yep.
and herbs
Almost had, yep.
and chems.
Okay, yeah, they've got loads of medical stuff.
That's exactly what we
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Grey
Yeah.
is books, lockpicks and jewellery.
Okay, so the lockpick obviously we just got rid of, so that's quite good. Jewellery.
I've got a lockpick here if that helps.
Oh, yeah, thank you, that does help. And jewellery,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't imagine we'll want jewellery.
And then green is vegetables, coffee,
Yeah.
cigarettes and moonshine.
So they don't have any like raw food or
No.
canned food.
No.
Coffee,
I don't
have any of the good food.
vegetables.
Bruno's got his vegetables.
Yeah.
Bruno, what about your
Moonshine.
vegetables?
And cigarettes. So coffee, vegetables, cigarettes, moonshine. Okay, fine. Okay, so
We
that's...
don't talk about Bruno's carrot.
Or do. Okay, so
We can
Pretty
carry 7 worth of stuff, including the shovel.
Yes.
So we can only
Six,
buy
so
6 things
six.
that actually take up
Six.
inventory space.
Yeah. Which is like only a few things do by the looks of it.
So what are the things
Yeah.
that take up inventory space?
the broken pistol, the weapon part, both take up 1. Actually, I don't think any of this stuff does. Oh, wait. No, that's... Wait, what?
Yeah, the yellow number is their value.
That's the value,
black
yeah,
number
yeah,
is
okay,
their-
fine.
The little weight symbol number is how much they
Oh, so the
weigh.
moonshine takes up 1. That's it.
That's it. So
Yeah.
Right, so fill your pockets, people.
Yeah.
Well,
but up to
jewelry-
30.
And can we have any number of each thing?
yeah. Well, whatever's in the supply, presumably it doesn't say otherwise.
Yeah,
so
no, it
yeah.
just says
when the tokens run out, they're gone. Like I
any,
said,
Yeah.
any of these tokens.
So
So,
we could get the broken pistol and some weapon parts.
that's not a terrible idea.
but then also, what should we get in terms of meds?
Lots.
Lots of meds. 'Cause
What's
you
the
get-
cheapest
Proper,
thing?
proper meds and bandages.
We need meds and bandages.
Okay.
Which is cheaper? They was.
They're both 10.
That's annoying.
We want to make sure we've got at least enough food for the next day, I think.
We don't have any food at the moment, you're right.
How much are vegetables?
Vegetables just keep you the same, or they did for the last
Yeah.
one.
Bruno,
So-
How
How
much,
much-
Bruno
how much,
can
how much do
create
vegetables
Oh, sorry, how
cost?
much do they cost? They cost 5.
Okay.
Bruno can also create a
You
vegetable.
can create a vegetable.
Don't ask how.
So I think we want to spend at least 10 on 2 vegetables, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm not too bad with that.
What about the lockpick?
We need at least 1 lockpick back, probably, right?
But maybe not. Maybe it's not urgent.
So, meds, 2 vegetables and a lockpick. That's 25.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
that leaves us then
bandages
with 5 to play with.
God, I wish we had more.
I know. Seriously.
We found
I know.
we just found this really expensive
Yeah,
painting
I know.
and nothing else, and then we just met these really useful
I
guys.
mean, in fairness,
Yeah.
we can't eat a painting, so like
No, I know.
it's unfortunate. Yeah, we
Oh,
we
that's
were
so
unlucky in our search, but also kind of lucky.
I mean, do we 100% need to get a lockpick right now? Like, is that something we could
I think-
try and find?
Yeah.
I think we could, maybe
Leave-
not.
Maybe
have
leave
Leave
the
the
lockpick.
Okay.
So then, say we got 10 pounds worth of
weapons.
weapons. So then that's 25 with the vegetables.
How many is that? 1 or 2
That's-
vegetables?
If there are 2 vegetables, we get that puts us up to 30, doesn't it?
That would put us for 30.
Yeah.
I'm also just wondering about coffee and cigarettes, but
How much are the coffee and
they're
cigarettes?
just 1 each.
See, I'd be more inclined to go for the coffee and cigarettes rather than the weapons, simply because we don't have a way of mending the weapons at the moment.
Yeah,
That's true. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We may
And we
not
may-
be lucky
we may-
enough to find weapons.
We might be lucky
Also
enough
true.
to find actual not broken weapons at some
That's
point.
true.
True. I mean,
We could get the ammo in preparation for finding a weapon, or we could get like the ammo and the weapon part, but not the broken pistol, just to.
I would do it the other way around,
Uh-huh.
actually,
Yeah.
because
Ammo's quite easy to build.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is that?
We need, if you need shells for ammo.
Oh, okay. Well, we could get a shell for 1.
But the weapons, you'll need the broken weapon and weapon parts. Pistol only needs 1 weapon part. But I think you need a weapon part to build the...
the gun making
the-
station.
Yeah. Hang on.
So
So wait. So if we got the meds, the broken pistol, and the weapon part, that would take us up to.
Oh. The weapon part could be useful to build just a saw blade or a knife.
Oh, and saw blades.
saw blade would
Yeah.
be
Oh, yeah,
useful.
because generic.
So-
I was thinking gun, aren't I? 'Cause we've
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
pistol.
So so broken pistol and weapon part adds up to how much?
7.
7.
And then then
So 7 plus 10
17.
is 17 plus 5 is 22 plus another 5 but for a potential second vegetable is 27.
So then
Which
we
then-
could get a cigarette and a coffee for 29,
A
And
cigarette,
then
a coffee, and a
one other
book.
thing.
and a book for 30.
Or a shell.
Oh yeah, or a shell. Yeah, why not a
Yeah.
shell? Because then that gives us everything for the to potentially make a gun.
Yeah.
And
we've
we
got
do have plenty of wood, I suppose. So
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we're
and we
fine
can get
for,
more
for
wood.
fuel. Yeah. Okay, so we want to do that. 2
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah. we haven't gone over our inventory space there, have we? I don't think.
No, because it
Oh,
hardly
yeah,
anything
couple.
weighed anything,
Yeah.
did it?
No, yeah, exactly. Okay, so just to check. So that's 10 for 2 vegetables, 10 for meds, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
It goes in the findings pile because technically we don't have it yet.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Exactly.
we are trading away this painting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Painting's gone.
Does that go out of the game?
Thank you.
Yeah, I assume so. Well, put it put it in the box somewhere.
Does it go in the box? Yeah.
It's
a
a
great- it's a
great
me out
token.
the
It
game
could go in the
pile.
box
Put
then.
it, yeah, if we put it in the box, and he's
Yeah,
buy it back
oh,
later.
yeah,
Put it in the grey
oh, fine,
tokens.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Okay,
it
cool.
specifically said it was a grey
Fine,
token.
no.
So it's not gone.
Yeah, we could.
Oh,
buy
yeah,
it
okay,
again.
okay.
We
We
could-
might buy it again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh no, mate, that's a forgery. You don't want that. I'll take that off you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Or we could have just forged it to start with and like smuggled it in a
Right.
sausage or something.
So we've run out of we've run out of exploration.
Fine.
So our scavenging has
Great.
finished.
I wonder how many of the people watching this video have seen LOLO.
I've seen bits of it,
I'm going to shuffle this into here.
so to speak.
In the dill.
I think that concludes the scavenging. So now, this is probably not going to be too complicated, but yeah, you're in the choosing the findings phase.
Okay. Once you're finished, shuffle all exploration resident cards. At this moment, you may add as many resources, wood, components, and mortar to the finding piles as you wish. You can bring back a total weight of tokens/resources, including equipment and weapons you brought with you, equal to the total inventory of all characters taking part. The weight of heavy tokens is shown there. If a token does not have that, its weight is 0. Each one resource, i.e. each water, wood, or component weighs 1.
Okay.
Everything you cannot carry and have to leave behind is discarded. Characters will make their way back to the shelter in the dawn phase. Before that, the night raid occurs.
Oh God.
Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So we've got 4 spare.
4 spare.
So
We
all
can-
water?
We can bring 3, or we can bring 4 water. That's true.
Yeah,
Just
because
take-
we're
Yeah,
good on.
But we still don't have. Oh, we have the vegetables, so that's gonna.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or should we bring 3 water and 1 food? Because then there's enough for everyone.
No, we can't. It's only.
We can
water
only-
and
Oh, sorry, we can't bring.
components.
Yeah. Fine. Okay, so 4 water, perfect.
Besides,
These
your
start to deplete once we run out of stuff we can loot
Sure,
inside our own
yeah.
house.
yeah. Plus you're forgetting about Bruno's carrot.
That's
Who
true.
knows always
Yeah,
goes.
Can't get how that.
Oh dear.
Night raid.
Night raid. Okay, meanwhile, in the shelter, someone came in the night to steal our belongings. Night
Well,
raid. Choose weapons for the guards. If you possess any weapon tokens in the storage, you may wish to give them to the
Give them a
guards.
plank of wood.
Each character may only wield 1 weapon. Fine. By placing the weapon tokens on the guard space. Okay, fine. Draw and resolve the top card of the Night Raid's deck. So then, damage, the amount of stolen tokens/resources that must be discarded from the storage. And wounds, the amount of wounds that must be distributed between the characters on the guard space.
Okay. So it's,
And then it says read below on how you can minimise damage and wounds. Should I do that now?
okay.
or
Well,
not?
should we see what we've got?
Yeah.
We might have nothing for all we know.
Yeah, okay.
Starving people.
Oh no.
Damage. Any 4 tokens/resources, starting with green tokens. Ha! We don't have any green tokens for you to steal. There's only 1 wound.
Okay. we
And
handle that.
afterwards, remove this card from the game. Oh, that's interesting. So the deck's
Okay.
going to get smaller.
Okay.
How do we minimise it then?
Okay, so roll a combat die corresponding to the weapon used. We don't have a weapon.
So it's
No, but I
unarmed.
think there's
So
an-
we,
I think
unarmed.
there's
Yeah,
an
'cause
unarmed one. That's the
it says
strange
here
one.
unarmed
Oh.
melee weapon,
says-
firearm.
Yeah, white
Yeah.
combat die, no weapon.
Yeah, well, it's great because I got the Kickstarter.
Mm.
Fancier
Oh yeah,
So-
nice, the grey one. Okay. The number of icons shown on a rolled die indicates the amount that you subtract from suffered damage or wounds.
Okay.
Oh, so
So
we just
we
need 1 icon to
reduce-
mitigate that wound.
There's no penalty.
Yeah, so we may as well.
Um,
And we're not
right.
using any weapons, so that's fine.
Shall-
Okay.
Shall I roll or would you like to?
I mean, you've been kind of in the
Oh,
master of
and
dice
also-
so
Oh,
far.
definitely.
Well, the prowess value determines the number of re-rolls a character may perform during a night raid in order to get a better result.
Ah,
that's
okay,
good.
so I've got
you
one
can do
reroll.
One reroll.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to use.
Nothing.
Why are you letting me roll the dice?
You've been rolling all of the dice so far.
I know,
Yes,
but you've been
but
rolling
this is
very
clearly
low.
not working.
Unfortunately.
So
With
nothing.
nothing. No, we failed to protect.
We failed,
prevent
okay.
the attack. No
Um,
blanks on this dice. Not to be fair, it's mostly blank.
Yeah, because it's the unarmed one.
It-
Yeah,
it
the
also
others
just
are
says
slightly
here-
better.
every built board up token subtracts either 1 wound or 1 damage, so that's worth noting
Yeah.
for the
We
future.
haven't had that as an option yet, so I think it must be.
Yeah,
something
later
like
on,
There is
yeah.
like a reinforced door and stuff in there.
Right.
Okay, so basically we have to take all the damage. So
So we lose
we lose
4
things
4 resources.
of our
Uh-huh.
choice, I guess.
Yeah.
distribute 2
I think it-
each.
I-
well,
it says starting with green tokens, so I
Oh,
would
yeah.
assume we would have to
If we had food, they would take.
we
off
would
food.
have to
Yeah.
prioritize that. But
but as it is.
Yeah.
So we have 8 components and 6 wood at the moment.
Oh,
Lose 3 and 1.
3 and 1, yeah, to
Well,
balance
let's
it.
see what Alan thinks we need
Oh,
more.
yes,
of.
yes.
And then we also presumably, or Marin also presumably takes a wound.
Yes, Marin will need to be wounded level 1.
Oh, yes, so I need to find a wound. A wound for Mary.
I think the components are more valuable.
A wound for Marin.
Okay, so 2 and 2? Because we still want some wood.
Yes, yeah, 2 and 2.
Okay, yeah.
So yes, they go back in the box.
Thank you.
They don't take us off and run off into the
I know.
distance.
Okay,
Oh,
so
hang on, we've also got this wood.
Oh yeah. Sorry. The weapon wood. Hey, we're better off.
Oh, no. With each passing night, the situation is getting more grim. Crime wave. During setup, night raid and residence cards with a red corner were set aside.
They were. These are the nastier cards.
If there are any of these cards left, shuffle 2 cards in any combination, night raid / residence, into their corresponding decks without looking at their fronts.
That's interesting because the residence deck is bigger, and the night raids deck, if it's any indication, this gets removed from the game. So the night raids deck gets smaller each time.
Do we lose if it runs out of cards?
No, just means there's no more people to raid.
No,
us
but
at
if
night,
there's
but
if
Yeah.
we put danger into the night raid, it's more likely to come off the deck smaller.
I'd be
In
inclined to
theory.
put it in residence.
Yeah, I'm feeling
just both
resonance.
of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go with that.
Do we shuffle?
I
It's
have,
shuffled in, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I have no sort of frame of reference at the moment, so
It's just that it's a bigger deck, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
that would be my instinct.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the same.
let's do it.
And this goes out of the game.
Yeah, remove from the
Remove
game.
from the game.
Yep.
Next player.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then we
Do we have to
We're
all go
now-
home?
Yes, we're now in the dawn phase.
Yes.
The scavenging party returns.
Okay.
Move all the characters in the scavenging party into the shelter. Place the tokens, resources they built or brought back into the storage.
Do we all need to get some fatigue? Oh no, you'll say that.
They all should have one
Oh,
fatigue
yes,
anyway. 'cause
all
they
3
did-
of them will.
Yeah.
They did stuff all night.
Yeah, I suppose we should
We
have
built a
done
bed,
that.
didn't anybody sleep in it?
Yeah, we should probably have done that back in the evening phase.
Yeah. It only matters during the day phase.
Yes. Okay. Assign meds and bandages, so we can assign, if we have any, we
Do we
can
wanna
assign them.
Chuck it onto the objective.
Chuck it on. If he's only got 1 wound, I think he's alright.
yeah.
Right.
Bum.
And then
Where am I putting that?
It is discard, so it goes back.
Oh,
in.
and that just moves
back in
up.
the box,
Fine,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
we draw and resolve 1 fate card.
Mm.
Ignore the bottom part marked with a die.
Okay.
Okay. Third time lucky. How do you read?
Okay, raise the wounds of all wounded unbandaged characters by 1.
Oh, that's no
So
fun.
Marin, you got 2 wounds. Okay, but everyone else is alright. Lower the illness of all characters who took meds by 1. Well, no one's ill, so that's fine. Discard meds tokens from all characters. Good thing we did that. If cold tokens minus board up. We don't have cold tokens or board ups.
No,
so
we
fine.
haven't drawn any cold yet.
So fine, don't worry about that. Exchange the nearest small location. Do you have a small location?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, they're all small. It says in the bottom right
They're all
here.
small.
Oh, okay.
So
The nearest one.
Yep.
So exchange it.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
guess that means just put.
It
another
says
one.
here, when a fate card tells you to exchange a location, you remove that card from the game,
remove
Oh,
it.
okay.
So
Thank you.
and then slide the remaining cards down,
Ah.
and then
Look,
draw a
this
new
has
one and put it on the
become
fast
closer.
phase.
our new one is it is far away, but it is a supermarket.
Oh, thank God, somewhere
Yeah.
non-residential.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, there's so many more options of stuff to find on that
Yeah,
one.
that's right. Okay.
Sugar, alcohol, coffee.
Resolve weight tokens. We don't have any of those. Resolve spirit A on all character cards.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
So that's that.
Okay.
So, I see. So this is where this happens. Okay, so is that so there's no guitar in the storage, so no one's misery is affected. No one's miserable anyway, so that's okay. Marin, Spirit A, discard 1 coffee from the storage.
Hey.
Or raises mirrors. We don't have to. Hooray! Good thing we got that.
Eat those coffee beans.
Yes. And then Bruno, discard 1 cigarette from the storage. Hooray! All
That
right,
was
brilliant.
We.
That was
oh,
very good.
I see. So those like.
The fake card
The fa-
triggers those.
But
Yeah.
those the spirit ABC, like it's not necessarily all of them. It's random. what
That's
they-
it, yeah,
Right.
interesting. So that's good to know. Right, anyway, afterwards, shuffle this card back into the fate deck. Ignore the dice thing. Yeah, that's what it said.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I pass it on to you for the narrative action card.
Oh
apparently.
wow.
Narrative action. Draw 2 narrative action cards, read them, and choose one.
Where's the note? Oh, it's over there, right.
Yeah, there's so many decks in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Right. Secret storage. Play at the beginning of the night raid phase. Place any 3 tokens/resources on this card. They're ignored when the night raid damage is resolved. Ooh, that could be nice.
Ooh.
Or Night Owl. Play at the beginning of the evening phase. Choose one character. This character may now perform all of their actions again as if it was the day phase.
Oh.
We get to pick one of those 2 little bonuses.
So do we want a secret storage, or do we want...
We're gonna. Are we gonna need to eat before the night phase?
Yes,
So
eating was
okay. So
before.
I'm not worried about
Yeah.
this. I suppose the weaponry we might want to protect.
Yeah, the weaponry is the stuff that we're not going to be probably using in the
Yeah.
immediate future.
But then also it might be good to have some extra actions
I
for
was gonna
finding
say-
things.
Yeah.
The actions are good, yeah.
I would
Particularly since Bruno and Marin have all their actions at the moment. So
No, Marin has only got 1 action. Because he's
You've got to use the lowest number of these tokens.
Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
the worst
okay,
option.
no one has all their no one has all their
So
actions.
I would be
Yeah, no.
inclined
It's
to
gotta
be...
fatigued.
I would be inclined to say repeating actions so that we could
Yeah.
potentially get...
And also, one of them
More
could take a
stuff.
rest as one of their actions.
Well,
and then they would have
exactly,
3
yes.
actions.
If you rested, if you
Bruno
rested Bruno
could,
up,
yeah.
then we've got 3 actions for the second
Yeah.
on the second run.
I think that might be
Okay, let's go with
Good
Night
one.
Owl. So, what does it say? Discard. Shuffle the other one back into the deck.
okay.
Thank you. So, we have a Night Owl we can activate.
Good. Night
whenever is
owl.
convenient. And then, start a new day, see the morning phase.
Mirza, my boy, you've finally come home. I've been praying for your safe return since the day the military took you. It's me, Halima, your mother.
Okay, this is actually quite important.
Yeah, that's quite a good one.
Damn it, who put Alan in?
You had one job, Alan. I agree. 10.
A knife.
Ah,
Not a knife.
Does that change things?
Exactly.
parasite-infected fish.
Yeah.
Yum.
It says the Red Reality Impact scripts often depict drastic scenes. If you do not wish to have such events in your game, you remove this card.
Well,
Okay, trigger warning.
Poopy.
Second one. Yeah.
Okay, without you, carrot,
Yeah.
Bruno.
so many books as well.
I was
So
going to
many
say,
books.
we can
burn them.
We were carefully searching through a building when suddenly we heard shots coming from the left and right.
Oh, no.
Stray bullets come in through the walls and windows, spraying us with debris.
That's
So-
Marin.
how
That's
are
Marin
we-
again. You keep
Sorry.
determined. He's wounded. Stop
He's
making it
wounded.
work.
So sorry, Marin.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
I feel dirty, but let's do it.
Score.
I am the master of cats!
Hobos. I know they're back from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's,
fine.
That's actually
Fine.
we're actually doing it after this action.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, we've confused ourselves.
It's fine. Okay, so
Thank God no one's recording this to
My goodness.
capture our
oh my
embarrassment.
goodness.
Almost everybody in this city has come to know what a decomposing corpse smells like. The door to the next room is slightly open.
Let's go in.
Why? Right, so we've got Bruno armed with a cat with a knife.
Ah! The old cat knife tradition of Eastern Europe.
Why is the cat on guard duty?
Yeah. Keeping him company.
It likes to watch people suffer.
Yes, exactly.